What would you say your line of work was in most of your life, Rick? A teacher?
Yeah, I was an educator. I like to say I was an educator, but I was a principal and a superintendent. And then I was in the Department of Ed for 5 years, and I was a dean at USD. So I was in a lot of leadership roles. But really, at the end of the day, Jeff, I'm discovering as on the back end of my life that probably all along I was a teacher, and I just masqueraded in other roles over time because that's what I was interested in doing, and maybe that's what the situation called for. But at the heart, I'm an educator and a teacher.
Was that hard for you to discover?
Yeah, it kind of was. It actually, I had to quit informal leadership roles. And when my wife and I started the Leadership South Dakota program, in 2014, and I started doing more teaching because we would travel to locations, and I would do some leadership modules while we were in those locations. I found out how much I loved it, missed it, and wished I would have done more of it earlier. So part of it is I had to quit doing everything else before I realized what my real passion was.
So, is that you? Somebody
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
me.
get a hold of you?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So, the reason I ask is finding out what you're made to do, your tuning fork moment, the thing that makes you fully who God made you to be, is not easy to find. How old were you when you found it?
Probably mid 50s. Yeah. And again, I didn't hate my work. It wasn't like I disliked my jobs. But when I got to the point where I was doing more teaching, I found out this is my sweet spot. I'm energized by it. It doesn't drain me. It energizes me. I look forward to it. When I was going through my work as an administrator, we had uh, interview system that we would ask teachers when we were trying to hire teachers. And one of the questions in the interview was, when do you think about teaching? And the answer that we were looking for, that they said the best teachers would say, is all the time. Like, I'm thinking about teaching all the time. Like if
Okay, are
I'm
you
at the
paying
grocery
attention to that?
store.
Those of
What's
you who
that?
want to get an education, you paying attention to that all the time is
All the
the answer
time.
to the
Well,
okay.
like I go to the grocery store, I see something on the shelf, and I go, hey, I could use this as a prop in one of my lessons. I mean, like, everything that I see, every conversation I have can somehow be linked back to, like, maybe I can use this in my classroom. And like they say, the best teachers use everything that they see and do as opportunities to teach.
The reason I'm really fascinated and encouraged by your answer. And you asked about the quarters of life. The first quarter of life, very murky. What am I supposed to do? What's my purpose? Second quarter of life, super busy, super hectic, raising kids. Third quarter of life is now significance. Now you find out what you're absolutely great at. But I find in life there's like this fork in the road where people who are doing okay, like your last job, it was good, you were fine, and they say, well, maybe you should buy something. This is a signal for you to buy an RV or to get a vacation home or to do something. Well, really what it is, it's a chance for you to say, wait a minute, what am I actually excellent at? And although that's kind of a murky question, and especially something in our society we don't like to ask murky things. I mean, when you talk to a guy at a gathering, you say, "Hey, so what do you do?" You don't say, "So what's your passion?" Oh, look, what?
Right.
Who are you? Right? But
Right.
that's really the question we should be answering. What are you truly passionate about?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And I
So,
and I think also like, what are you sort of built to do? And then, decide you're going to do that and try to get as good as you can at it. Like, I feel like I'm built to do this. Now I just have to get really good at it, work hard at it, try to get better at it. Instead of kind of trying to go, well, I've got to do something else. No, you can be really good at what you do. Focus on that. I do a fair amount of DISC personality assessments, and I just have discovered, at least to me anyway, and I could be biased about it, but it's like I think we're all wired to do certain things. Some of us are just more suited for detail, jobs that require high detail, fewer people, more engaged in numbers and spreadsheets. and other people are really built to be around people, and they're going to get their bucket full when they're, and then we tend to do the old Peter principle, where we sometimes elevate ourselves out of the area that we're really good at, to because we think we need to move up the ladder, and then we get up to the ladder and find out I don't really enjoy this as much as I enjoyed, but I wanted to make more money, or I wanted more status, or I felt like it was the right thing to do. And we sometimes leave our passion behind. And I'm grateful that I got to rediscover it